Because I don't get so ragey, so like you're somewhere in between me and Jack. Jack being I'm going to rage really quickly, me being I'm a bit more laid back and casual about the whole thing. I think I could do it, but not because I wouldn't rage because of the bugs. I don't think I'd mind the bugs. I think what I'd get pissed off about is things not working. Right, so we've got RSI is currently in the Apex Hall and Aegis is in the Zenith Hall. So for me, I think I wouldn't. I don't really rage. I just get. I know you don't rage much at all. But you do get to the point where you have to quit and leave something. I know Jack is a heck of a lot worse. I seem to be able to handle a bit more. Yeah. So for me, I don't think I'd mind testing it. My issue is I don't like repeating over and over again. So if I have to constantly repeat doing the same, for example, mission over and over and over again, I don't want to do it anymore. That is massive. Hey Crispo, how you doing? That is massive, that ship. Oh. Yeah. So I don't mind doing some stuff, but I don't like... It's like if I have to restart a game from the starting point over and over again. Especially with MMORPGs, if I have to do it over and over again, it just pisses me off. I don't want to do this beginning missions over and over again. I will kind of miss my reclaimer even though I never used it. It's a weird ship because I think it's one of the most coolest ships. You can't use it. It's going to be what, mid? It could be mid to the end of next year that they're going to be putting so it's not going to be available, it's not going to be usable, but I still want that ship. I'd still love to have it. Okay, bit dead from today. Did too much. Yeah, dude, you need to keep resting. We're going to do the war, but ask Golden in the end, as I'm too knackered, etc. But ended up sort of doing it anyway. How did you do? Because I know they had a lot more people than we did. From what Zinix put into our chat. Nice. Did we have enough people, or was it we still didn't? I know the defenders have a big advantage anyway. Yeah, it's kind of weird. So basically, Chris has been very, very ill, so he's not been on very much, and Noodle's been working away, so you both haven't really been on. We had two teams from Elder Legion, really, because for a little bit there they seem to be teaming up, but I think they're teaming up actually is because they don't like Burning Hands. So I think now Burning Hands is left, it seems to have settled down the greens a little bit. I think Golden knows them. BM caused a lot of shit. I know, there's a lot of bad blood because of Burning Hands because of it. I'll never pledge or spend hard money credits on it, but when I glitch money, I don't mind buying one. Yeah. I think I'd look more into getting this ship if when salvage comes into it. I think unless we're doing a group salvage, because even if we do group salvage, there's still things going to be missing. Because, for example, that's supposed to be a refinery thing as well. It's supposed to have drones and tractor beams to pick things up, and that's not going to be in it either. But it's still a beautiful ship. But yeah, I think what from my takeaway from what people have said on the New World server, what's basically been said is Burning Hands. Everyone has there's a lot of shit because of Burning Hands, but Burning Hands was a substantial part of the army. So it's this weird thing where people are not are kind of happy Burning Hands is now gone, but also not at the same time because we lost a load of people to the army that were going to be in the army. So it was a weird one. Oh, all of it. Okay. Okay, so everything's open. Let's go have a look. Go look downstairs first. Aegis do really good ships in general. I would rather toxic people go where there will always be more people, and people being happy is better than toxic. I can see that. I can see that. I just wish the game wasn't. We've already talked about this. I'm in two minds for New World as well. I do not want New World to die. I do jump on a regular basis still, but I'll do 2 or 3 things and log off. So I'm at the stage now where I don't want to play New World, but I don't want it to go away. It's dead. It is dead. There's a handful of servers that are really busy, basically where Burning Hands went to, but besides that, it's dead. This is a Vulcan. Yeah. I jump on every day, just do some of the quest board missions, get some trading done, some trade skills done, and log off. Like, I want to play it, but there's no reason to play it. I do like the Vulcan. As much as Aegis has mostly military ships, the Vulcan is a nice ship. I actually pre-ordered it when it first came out. You got that underneath there is a tank, extra tank. It's got drones inside it, and what it does is you have an operator. It'll go and refuel, and then rearm and repair ships. It's pretty cool. Then we have Noodles' baby. Look at that gun on the side. Damn. That's a meaty looking turret. On the front of it. Oh yeah, it's got a massive gun on the front. Forgot about that. Hasn't it got like some massive turret? Do you still have to use real money for ships? No. How the game works at the moment is nearly all, if not all, of the ships that are actually been made and put in the game are available to buy with in-game sort of money that you earn. You do need to buy one ship, a package deal that has a ship in it to get access to the game. So I think at the moment there is some special deals. Let's have a look. There's basically what's called the IAE at the moment, which is like the Aerospace Expo. And that's what I'm sort of covering at the moment. But I think, so with Star Citizen, a lot of times when you buy stuff, you're buying it with real money, so you don't have to get it again if you do a wipe. Also, there are certain ships that are in concept, so they're not in the game yet. You have to use real money for that. But technically, if you wanted to play Star Citizen for the cheapest cost ever, and you don't want to buy real ships, you just have to buy a package deal. And I think the cheapest one is... go into price. It's like these. So, I mean, you look at about 40 bucks, or 38 bucks. There's supposed to be a few, these sort of combo deals are pretty cool. But I wouldn't get this one. I would actually look at getting, there's an Aurora one, but I don't know where it's gone. There is an Aurora one that's like supposed to be a special package deal or something. But yeah. Well, Chris, I wouldn't buy it at all if you're not sure about it. But they do free to fly. Like right now, where's the button? Now I know you've got an account because you used my code to create an account. But if you ever get time, right now it's free to play until the 1st of December. So every so often they do these free fly events. So you'd get to jump on it for a week or 2 weeks or whatever it is, play the game. If you go, nah, that's game shite, or one of the big ones is the game might be the other one is the game might not be that it's shite. It might be too early in production to want to play it. Like not everybody likes playing alpha and beta versions of games. So you might find that you like the concept of Star Citizen, but it's really too early in its production. So then you just don't bother. You just don't bother buying it. You can play it there's like, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 different free-to-play times over a year. So what you could do is, I'm going to go on this way. I'll start in this hole and go around all the holes. So what you could do is jump on free-to-fly times, have a little look, see how they've got on, if you enjoy it, sort of thing. And if you don't, then obviously don't bother. If you do enjoy it, but you don't like how it's still an alpha, then obviously don't buy it either. But there are times you can just have a little play, see what you think, and work from there. But I can warn everybody with this game. I absolutely love this game. But don't bother getting into it if you don't want to buy a project that's still heavily in production. If you don't want to if you expect a full game, or you don't, or things like that, I would just wait. There's tons of free-to-fly events that happen like just right now, where you can jump in, play, see how you feel about how the game's got on. If it's not at a state that you like, because it is buggy as fuck. Buggy as fuck. So if it's not at a state that you like, then you just don't buy it, you know? I think I used to have one of these, but this is a torpedo bomber. This is one of Noodle's things. Uses that when you have to get the big guys. But I feel, which is going to be more fun, Noodles? Would you use this to get rid of things like Aegis now, or would you get a bunch of us in an Ion or an Inferno? I have watched you play a few times and never really understood it. Never been attracted to it. Yeah, I mean, the idea of this game is it's not like a story MMO. It's supposed to be one of this, it's supposed to be one of these games where you can do what you want. You can create big organizations and guilds and clans, and then you can sort of do what you want in the game. You can you could do cargo, you could be a doctor and a medic, you can do salvage and mining, you could be a pirate or a murderer, you could be somebody who does security or does escort missions for certain no idea where I'm located, but I'll try out this way. So there's quite a lot you potentially can do in the game when it's done, when it's finished. There's even a ship that's called I think a Mako, which is like it's cast as a TV van. It's on a Reliant chassis, and you can just record, like use it. One of the turrets has got a high-powered camera, and they also have a platform called Spectrum, which is like their online social media. They actually have a whole social media platform for this game called Spectrum. So we apparently do that way. Well, I will probably still like both, but Tally can eventually have more than just torpedoes. Though besides the dropship module, I don't remember what the others are. True. I know you can buy the base right now. I think the base is it stands. I think it just stands for like base model. But there's the in the purchasing bit, you can buy the bomber, or you can buy the base version, which is a lot cheaper. So I presume it's just got nothing in it. It's not in game anyway. These are the heavy fighters, the Vanguards. The Vanguards are weird at the moment since they changed how the combat is. The Vanguard I feel has been left behind because the Vanguard has this really cool gun here, really cool gun. But they also have 4 really tiny guns that feels like it's pointless. It feels like they need to be pauper size maybe or something. 4 size 3s and a size 5 or something rather than 4 size 2s and a size 5 for a heavy fighter. You're gonna get like the Scorpius and the Hurricane and just leather it. I will keep the bomb. Oh, so push. So that's the Vanguards, and that's the Retaliators and stuff. This is a massive ship, that's a Reclaimer. Go to the other side. Right, I'm gonna go lurk, then sleep, take it easy. You get some rest, man. You need sleep. You need to rest, dude. I'm not gonna have a long one tonight anyway. Dodgy, I know. Just because I'm working tomorrow morning. Me and Dylish went and blitzed Alfie's bedroom. He's really messy when he comes to his bedroom. And then the dust got into me, so I spent most of today like sneezing with like runny eyes and a runny nose. So I don't want to not stream every day of the IAE. Just because of different sort of things are going to be available. Tomorrow I'm gonna obviously go and do the IAE anyway, but as for purchasing stuff, it's the day that me and Noodles don't like because we are of the Imperium. It is the Heresy Day of 4 different alien manufacturers. Then the day afterwards we're gonna get Crusade and Trumbull. Oh, that is a beautiful ship as well. I am a big fan of the Hammerhead, I've always have been. The Hammerhead is just a really good ship, as well as a really cool ship inside and out. Its downside is because of the amount of crew it needs. It's more, I'm sure, true. You say that, but they might have some alien bike or something you want. But yeah, this is one of my favourite ships. Yeah, the only one I've got is I'm upgrading my Vulture to an Ares, probably Inferno. I want to get the MSR, but I don't have enough money for it. I'm happy to wait, because the MSR I hardly used anyway. It was like the idea of it was being used for sort of cargo. I've got a hull B. They've given me a hull B in the package. So I think I get like a freelancer in space. So I'm happy just to wait. This is basically a giant turret platform. It's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. But you need like 9 people to fully man it. Like max man it. If you get 2 or 3 people, you could just do broadsides. But we'll melt my Herald and get 120 insurance. Try and get the privateer and upgrade the prices to the Ion. All that plus Genesis should get me to The F8, true. All the things, dude, all the things. My main priority was to get my Medivac. You all know that. You all know I'm desperate to get the Medivac. So I've got the Medivac. I also want the Redeemer. I've got the Redeemer. I want a fighter now, so I keep buying a fighter and leaving it, but I think I'd like to have one of the Ares. More interested in Inferno because it's the orcish Ares you can get. Now, that's a beautiful ship. Basically, this is in the same class as the Constellation. And if you got rid of the cargo bay on a Constellation completely, it'd be about the same size as it. Now, the pilot has bigger guns than the Redeemer. You have 2 size 5s and 2 size 4s as a pilot. In this, you have 2 size 3s and 2 size 4s as a pilot. Fully kitted, this outguns a Constellation. The Constellation will have the pilot with 2 size 4s, 2 size 5s, and then 2 gunners potentially with 2 size 3s. This will have 2 size 4s for the pilot, 2 size 3s for 2 remote gunners, and 2 size 5 turrets. So that is 4 size 5s, 4 size 3s, and 2 size 4s. Compared to 2 size 4s, 2 size 5s, and 4 size 3s. Because he's got the same amount of size 3s. It's got more size 5s on it. I think he's got pretty much the same with everything else, so. He's got 2 S3 shields and stuff like that. I think all that's pretty much the same. Now these are always cool. These are really, really good to start a ship. The Nomad's good as well. I've always said that because I have enjoyed the Nomad. I know that Val's really enjoying the Nomad right now. But I've mentioned it earlier as well. It's a good starting ship. They're good starting ships. Which one is the... Which one's the, One of you... Stalker, no. Anybody got these? Basically the Stalker has, this one as well. It's a Titan, right. So this one here is sort of the basic model. In the back, it's just a little bit of a cargo area. No, I do not want to enter, even though it's free. Oh. No, bugger it. Anyway, this basically has an empty cargo bay in the back. This is exactly the same model ship, I believe. The difference is... Are you going to be able to open just this bit? No, it's not going to let me, is it? This in the back of here... Are we close enough just to outside the ramp? No. Okay, they made it a bit weird, and I've got to obviously get in the front and move around. This in the back will have storage cryo areas, and those cryo areas are designed for bounties when they eventually do that. Get like really close, okay. Open door, yeah, there you go. I was able to open them. It's just the angle, I think. It's just the angle. Right, so. The Stalker. What the fuck are you scared me? The Stalker has this all open, and I think for me it's a toss-up between getting the Nomad, which is less of a combat ship, or the Stalkers, or the Titans, because the Titans are slightly more combat, but they both do the same thing. Now, this is the Stalker variant. The Stalker variant has these cryo chambers, so what will happen is when you arrest people, when it's implemented in the game, you can put them in here, so you can capture 6 people. The one next to it is a Titan, which basically has those ripped out. The one directly behind the Redeemer, the coloured one, is basically the Titan, upgraded components and weapons, and a paint scheme. Now, if the weapons and stuff were unique to it, I would think it might be worth it, but they're not. The only thing unique about this variant here is its colour. And it's not worth the extra money for the colour. Because if you look at the front, it's got a different gun on the front. They've tried to make it look really different and unique to a certain degree, but it's not. It is literally a variant of the Titan with a colour scheme. Now this one, it's already open. This one is really cool. It is their pulsing. You have no cargo in this, so you can't get in the back from the front. So this thing is literally designed for like, EMP. What is the difference between a Saber and a Saber Comet? I believe it's the same situation. If you look at the Saber and Saber Comet, if you look at the Titan Revenger, there's a Gladius and there's a Gladiator something. Anvil have a Hornet and there's a Hornet that's red. These sort of different liveried ships are supposed to represent a few sort of heroes of lore. It was their ship sort of thing. So I feel... I can't remember if I've been to both of these places now. I think I might have already been there. So I feel that it's more you're paying for a pre-upgraded ship and a livery. That ship is massive. I've started walking on everywhere, honestly, guys, because the amount of times I've run just die. Saber Raven. Saber Raven? What's that one? This is a Saber. This is the Comet. Oh right, so he's got an EMP in it then, basically. Look it up. It's Intel. Oh right, right. Very limited edition, yeah. I remember that you could only get them from buying a certain... You can still get them now, I believe, but you have to buy a certain... Can I help you? Can I help you? I believe you can still get them now, but you have to get a very particular SSD drive, I think. Created as part of the Master of Flight series in conjunction with the Space Sim. I compared to blue lights and stuff all around, yeah. In conjunction with the Flight Sim Arena Commander, pays tribute to the famed pilot. So what happens? So the Raven is a certain one. No idea if you can still get it. Maybe not. Maybe not. But yeah. So just to let you all know that, to my knowledge, any of the sort of Masters of Flight Edition ships. It is pre-upgraded, so you know you don't have. Thank you so much for the follow. It's pre-upgraded, so you don't have to obviously spend money in game to upgrade it. But you could upgrade it to the exact variant in game anyway. The main difference is livery. It's paint scheme. It's one that you can't buy separately. It's a unique paint scheme because it's supposed to represent a ship that some hero in lore had. There's a Hornet, a Gladius, a Saber, a Avenger Titan, and something else. I think maybe. What day is it again in IAE? It is currently the Aegis day. Every single room is full, by the way. I didn't realise that Aegis do actually 2 non-combat ships, military ships, and that is the Reclaimer and the Vulcan. Do you know last year they had a separate hall that when you went out, you just had one balcony, and in the middle was an Idris, so you could walk around the Idris and leave. So that's all you could do. You couldn't get close to it, but you could walk on Idris. So the Titan and the Titan Renegade are same, yes. Take a Titan, put a unique colour scheme on it, and then take off the standard guns, go to like centre mass, buy upgraded guns, buy upgraded components, and then that's it. So it's pre-upgraded, but you could do that in-game with in-game money anyway. You're paying for that livery, I think. I know it's definitely that for the Titan. I don't know if any of the other variants have something cool or similar, different to it. But I believe that's what it is across the board. Gosh, Star Sign has the Saber Raven up to 100. Damn, it's because of how limited it is. Have a look. Right, so it's a code. But I don't think they make that particular thing anymore. I also think that you can't get it with the Star Citizen thing anymore. So as much as you can still look and get some of the actual solid state drives, it doesn't mention anything to do with the Star Citizen deal anymore. £52 for that. Yeah, it looks so good though. Again, me and Noodles. No, we're talking about the Raven. We're not talking about that. I agree. I mean, I was speaking to Edgy earlier. It's $20. It's the same with all of them. It's about 20-30 bucks for a skin. Now you can buy skins, and there's some decent skins, but they're usually $2, $5, $10. Usually £20 skin in Star Citizen's website is usually like a pack of 3. Yeah, Titan's a good little ship. It's a good little ship. Some people are even trying to sell code separately. Right, also, Noodles, after having a look, apparently some people say are still trying to sell them, but you can't actually buy them. It won't actually work unless you get them to manually do it. So you can no longer buy the Intel card. You can't get it that way. And if you did manage to get a proper code for it, you would have to get them to manually activate it because it wouldn't work. I'd rather have an Arrow that's not much more than the Titan. It is about 20 bucks more. I mean, it depends what you're after. Like, I would prefer to get the Avenger for an all-round ship. The Arrow is probably better at as a combat ship, but you're obviously restricted to just being combat. The Aegis will allow you to land and go to bed. Oh, pardon me. Will allow you to go sleep. It will allow you to do cargo deliveries, stuff like that. I read that it isn't that great in game anyway, as it loses 2 weapons for extra missiles and EMP. I think it's supposed it depends on how EMP tech changes. Yeah, it is